At least 104 people have died in the northwestern Nigerian state of Jigawa, where a fuel tanker has exploded as people were trying to collect leaking petrol. This is the moment the flames spread after the vehicle crashed. Around 100 people were being treated in hospital. Officers had warned people not to approach the tanker, but they say they were unable at that point to contain the crowd. Well, a mass burial is due to take place later on Wednesday. Last month, at least 48 people died when a fuel tanker collided with another vehicle in Niger State.
Good evening. A massive explosion has brought death and destruction to a quiet street in Newcastle. The blast happened in the early hours of this morning, with neighbours describing what sounded like a bomb going off. A 7-year-old boy has died and drone pictures show homes reduced to rubble. The death toll might well have been higher still were it not for the heroism of members of the public who pulled survivors from the burning rubble. Sam Holder reports on a night of trauma and terror.
Those living in Benwell described it as the loudest bang they'd ever heard. Neighbours desperately fought through the flames and rubble to try to save those inside. With morning came the news they'd been fearing. A 7-year-old boy had lost his life. In the daylight, the extent of the damage caused by the explosion, plain to see. Friends had been amongst those frantically searching for the family in what was once a house here.
The houses behind that blew all the windows out. Honestly, the explosion was just unbelievable. When I got to the house, I see my friend just pop out, and obviously his partner was still stuck in the rubble with a newborn. And obviously I managed to pull her out with the newborn, and we couldn't get to the laddie. Aye, it was really, really bad. Climbing over everything, trying to dig through the rubble, really.
Police confirmed that the boy had died at the scene.
This is a truly devastating outcome. I have no doubt that the people of Elswick and Benwell and our wider region will want to join me in extending their thoughts and condolences to family and friends. The loss and pain they must be suffering is unimaginable.
6 others were taken to hospital following the explosion with a variety of injuries. Houses nearby have been evacuated while emergency services survey the damage.
We continue to search the buildings to ensure all persons are accounted for. Our urban search and rescue team, including our specialist dog unit, remains on scene.
So far, no cause has been given for what sparked this explosion. Northern Gas Networks confirmed their engineers have been at the scene, but police say their inquiries are at a very early stage and have given no indication or explanation about what led to this home being completely destroyed and the life of a young child being lost. Sam Holder, ITV News.
Carrie Davis is at the scene for us this evening. So, Carrie, what's happening there now?
Well, Mary, as you can see, there's still a large emergency services presence here this evening, both fire and rescue crews and police crews. We've also seen a digger go up the road towards the property to help sift through the rubble. Now, the council have confirmed that the properties affected are council managed, and anyone who's been made homeless by the explosion has been given temporary accommodation. A community centre not nearby has been set up as well, taking people in today who couldn't return to their homes. As Sam mentioned, nearby properties were evacuated as well. Lots of individuals, local charities, local businesses have been dropping off donations there, food, blankets, clothes and even baby supplies. Now, we've had a statement from the Secretary of State for Energy, Ed Miliband. He said, "All my thoughts are with those affected by the awful incident at a house in Newcastle. My department is working with Northern Gas Networks to provide all possible assistance and support." And he also thanked emergency services. This cordon is likely to be in place for some time as the police try to find out what happened on this terrifying and ultimately tragic night.